Hello and welcome back to part 86. Like usual, check the description for any timestamps you want to jump to. Otherwise, thanks for sticking around for the play-by-play. You can see here from last episode, we have an incursion on our hands. Let's go through the list. Let's draft everyone. Once everyone's drafted, we'll move them into position. Okay, that's everyone. Now it looks like they are at the north of our map. So let's go ahead and put our archers in the northeast. You know what? Let's get you something better than javelins. Let's go take a look at the armory. Let's get you the short bow. Let's see if we can get a few of our settlers equipped with some helmets. Okay, that should be everyone. Let's unpause. Let's double check, see if everyone here is running. Looks like the enemy has started their approach. Let's see if they set off any of our traps. Looks like they got caught in a few. Oh, nice. Well, if they don't get to the water, maybe we'll have a first blood with some traps. Oh, it looks like they set off another fire trap. Excellent. Let's pause this for a moment. Let's go take a look at our people. See if everyone's made it inside. Looks like Harnald here is probably going to be the last one in. Set this to being locked. Let's move you 6 warriors closer to the keep. Let's go take a look, see what's going on here. Like first blood. Alright, let's pause this for a moment. Let's go take a look. Alright, perfect timing. Let's get you to lock this. And let's draft you again. Let's roll down the layers a little bit. We got some people here we need to reposition. get some of our crossbowmen and women moved up. See if we can use that range to our advantage. Ooh, someone took a big hit. Okay, let's move you back to the main gate. Another archer down, another archer down. Let's see, your weapon also broke. A lot of weapons breaking today. Good thing we have an armory. Let's go take a look at that fire. Doesn't look like anyone died over there. They did set off another fire trap on the other side. Okay, let's move some of our archers into a better position. Taking some hits here. Let's move them out of the way. Actually, you know what? Let's set this. I'm not gonna touch this deer. Maybe our cats can eat that. Let's take a moment. Let's get ourselves a nice thumbnail. Something like that. Alright, let's pause that. People are doing really well. Let's move some of our archers into a better position. Alright, a little bit over 3 hours. Took out 46 during the raid. Let's see how many we'll take out in the aftermath. Looks like a few will make a run for it and get away. Alright, let's pause this. Looks like 3 of them got away. Let's go to the top of our list alphabetically and let's undraft and we'll work our way down. After that we'll unpause. Drop these helmets. Alright, that should be everyone. Let's set this to be kept open. Just pick some random person here to go open this. Hopefully one of them has steward turned on. Alright, so one of them. Okay, zoom out. Let's click these bodies. Let's get these hauled. Alright, good work everybody. Looks like the last of the settlers or sorry, last of the raiders are just about to leave. Alright, incursion is over. Let's go take a look at that fire. We're going to have a few fire traps to replace here. I don't think this is going to spread towards our base. Let's leave the gear on the ground for now. Not worried about that. Let's increase that speed. Let's go take a look at our graveyard. A lot of birthdays today. Looks like we have a little bit to dig out over here. Now we're not able to fix any of that. That's in the red zone. I don't like how it's raining over these bodies right now. Not a fan. Instead of you resetting a trap, let's have you work on this. Let's have you work on this instead of creating art. I don't know if that roof is going to help a whole lot once it's put in. It's only good when it's raining. I'm going to hold off assigning any sort of digging in the northeast for now. I want to focus on getting these bodies put away. Whatever we have assigned here, all this filling and digging, let's just leave that for now. These corpses are going to be the priority. Now, one of the things I wanted to do as well, let's get another zone of dirt put out. Let's see. Let's set this one as high. This one, medium. Let's shrink this zone down a bit. I know this isn't much closer, but it should save our people some time. Running back and forth looking for dirt. Alright, it is night shift. How is our food supply looking? Meals, not terrible. See if we can get some of our night shift to work on this little kind of covering here for these bodies. Now we don't have too many left to be put away. Let's double check the graveyard, make sure the graves we have are set. Hey look, a bear. 11-year-old bear. We'll call you Barry. We're gonna leave you alone, Barry. We could hunt you down and get that bear fur, get that bear meat, get a bear trophy, but not a huge priority for me right now. Don't need food. Bear fur, not huge need for me right now. Anytime it rains, I worry about these bodies. Let's see, instead of you creating art, let's get you to build this. Let's see if we can get some people to fill these graves. Let's go take a look at our wine. Looks like we got a lot of fermenting goods here. Rough wine is going quick. Yeah, our people like to drink. You know what? Maybe we should increase these. Let's go to 150. And let's go take a look at our apple orchard. See if we can harvest some apples here. There's a birch tree growing here. Let's get that cut down before that becomes a nuisance. Alright, we have quite a few here. Not bad. Let's also go take a look, see if we can get any berries added in. We got a shrub here, let's get rid of that. Field maple, let's cut that down. Doesn't look like our berries are ready. Let's pause this for a moment. You're suffering from the cold, you're wearing summer clothes. Let's go put on some winter clothes. Okay, looks like we have some graves ready here. Let's add that one. Let's take a peek at these bodies. Rots in 30 days. Okay. I guess it got cold enough outside. Let's see, how tired are these people? 43%. Let's get you to work on that. Alright. Food's okay right now. Dearmont, let's go build some graves. And let's take a quick look. Let's see who else is on night shift that we can assign. Catalina, you can work on that one. Mott, work on another one. Okay. Those are assigned. Alright, looks like some graves are ready. Let's go ahead, put some of these bodies away while we're here. Let's take out the worst of these. Got one more. Tefania, which corpse? Looks like two of them about the same. Alright. Morning shift can work on these graves. Tefania, how tired are you? You're okay. Let's get you to fill in these dirts. Looks like someone else is working on these ones already. Let's just get you sent off then. Alright. We got 2 left. Let's go take a look. Day, 18 hours. Day, 14 hours. Okay. Let's get... Oh, it looks like someone's working on those. Okay. That's great. We'll have that ready soon. And it looks like a merchant caravan has arrived. Kingdom of York. Alright, they will be in our base in a little bit. They gotta walk over there. Settlers are becoming annoyed. Why are you annoyed? You've been dealing with the dead bodies a lot. Okay. You the merchants? You're the merchants. Okay. 3 days. 23 days. Looks like it's getting colder outside. Let's increase that speed. Settlers are idle. Not enough work. Looks like a visual glitch here. Let's roll that down, roll that back up. Alright, since the graveyard is pretty much done, let's go ahead and start working over here. We're caught up with the bodies. Let's start getting this filled in a little bit more. Let's roll these down a little bit, see if we can see if we missed anything. No, looks okay. This is dirt. Start filling in some soil here. Spin this around. You know what? Let's cancel these 2. Might have to dig this out backwards. So let's do that. Alright, let's pause this for a moment real quick. Let's see. Foxy's performing. Foxy, let's go barter. Merchant is in town. They're nearby. Let's add that to our stockpile of books. And before Before we get in there, let's take a note of this. Looks like we got 5 Chronicles and 18 textbooks. Let's go trade those. They're about to go bad. Let's ask about their troubles. Bandit camp, pretty far away. Okay, they have gold coin. That's nice. We want your coins. They brought some tables. No thanks. Expensive components. You know what? We're low on our own components. Maybe it's time we bought some, but they're usually cheaper when we actually travel to their town. So let's hold off on that. We can always put our own together at the tables. Summer clothes, good. No thanks. Do you want your healing kits? Let's add that. You didn't really bring a whole lot. We do have 18 textbooks we want to get rid of. We also have Chronicles we want to get rid of. Let's go down the list, see if we find anything else we want to get rid of here. We get rid of this water that's just taking up space. Alright, we got some sturdy and flimsy tapestries we can get rid of. Got some fine shackles. Let's get rid of these, they're taking up a lot of space. Good shackles as well, taking up space. Let's get rid of those. They're doing okay for storage still. Let's keep going. Alright, Chronicles. We only had 5 extra, so let's add that on. We have a lot of hoods. You know what, let's get rid of these. They're taking up space for us too. Alright, they're willing to accept that. Let's just add a few more hoods. And you know what? Let's see how much hay we can get rid of. Okay, 606. They'll clean us up a little bit. We're making a good profit. We're getting 2 things, but we're getting rid of a lot of other junk. Let's make this urgent. Foxy, can you grab this? Someone will grab that shortly, before 22 hours are up. Get those books put away. Books are gone. Oh no, did I just get rid of all of my holding areas by accident? Looks like I did. Thankfully not all of them, but we did get rid of quite a few. Okay, let's copy this one. This is supposed to be vinegar. Let's go ahead, change this. Expand that outwards. like we got rid of our ice zones. Let's go ahead and add that back in. You know what, let's not put ice on this room. We've been putting ice in the other rooms. Got salt here. Let's copy that, move that over here. Now, this is our priority, very high. Let's copy that, put that here. This will just be, you know what, let's set this to medium. We'll set these ones to high. This is for carcasses. Now, we're going to put all animal here. And human, we're going to put our settler corpses in here. Set that to very high. We'll copy that. All right. This is all for beeswax. Let's clear this. All for tallow. Let's add that on. Warfare. Let's take ammunition off. Let's take weapons off of this. We only want armor and shields dropped here. But you know what? Let's take shields off. Just armor. Have armor dropped there. We have weapon racks to put shields and weapons. Alright, looks like we have to redo the fermenting. Let's clear this. Fermenting ingredients. And then let's copy this over here. This should be just stimulants on that side. Okay. Let's clear this. Okay. Miscellaneous, yes. Coins, no. Structures, yes. Trophies, yes. Medicine, no. We can put medicine on a different floor if we need. Books, no. Waste, no. Fodder, no. Warfare, no. Seeds, no. No materials, no fermenting, no food, no carcass, no apparels. Looks good. Set that to low. Copy that. Put that on this one. Set this to medium. Copy that. Set that here. And we'll set this to high. Okay. What else do we need? This needs to be limestone. Let's set that. Okay. This side, let's clear this. This is going to be for the components that we had. clear this one. Let's set this as medicine, but we'll put that as low. We have materials. Looks like our shelving here is getting kind of full. How's our food doing in the basement? Honey and barley doing okay. Carrots doing okay. Cabbage still doing alright. And this is with no ice in this room. The room above has ice. That's a little bit colder. Let's take a look at our prisoners. 26%. Okay. Let's add one more. Is anyone here a night owl? No, not really. Let's just add Alan here. You have a decent mining skill. Alright, let's unpause that. And let's get this coal storage spread out all the way down here. We have room. Shrink this down just a little bit. We'll get that moved. Let's go take a look at the graves. We got, looks like 2 bodies still. Those graves should be ready by now. One of them is. Alright. We did have the game paused while we were fixing all that zones that we destroyed by accident. It's night shift. Deer mod. Let's go select you. You're preparing food. Let's go put that last grave together. And then you can personally deliver those 2 bodies since you'll be in the area. Alright, pause this for a moment. Go grab that body. This one's selected. Let's check these ones. Alright, one more body, dear mod. One more body. Animals are hungry. It's the cats. Okay. Now that all of the bodies have been dealt with, let's go ahead. Let's allow all of this to get picked up. Let's double check items. Resource carcass. There's just a hair carcass. Let's check. How many people do we have? 55? Looks like we have enough bedrooms now that we had this one put in. We have 56 bedrooms now, so it's good that we have these in progress. Let's go take a look in the basement, see if we can install any carpets into these rooms. What is going on? Did I click off? Did I click off of that? There's already stick trap there. Alright, there we go. What else is in the basement? Got a lot more carpets to put in. Alright, let's take a moment, see if we can assign some more filling here. Let's turn this around, see if we can assign some more digging. Looks like we can harvest some berries now. Not too many, just a few here. Let's add that. Let's get some of these bushes cut out from here. And looks like a field maple is starting to grow here as well. Let's get that dealt with. Okay. Let's go add some more graves. Gonna need these in the future. Alright, let's leave that for now. Let's go take a look in that basement, see if we can install some more items. Alright, let's go take a look at the northeast again. A hailstorm. You know what, let's see if we can get some more of these bushes harvested before the hailstorm destroys them. Looks like they're ripe. We'll catch what we can. Let's get these cut down. Got a few bonus trees here. Alright, let's go revisit our graveyard. Let's go take a look. Got a little bit here and there we can assign. Alright, let's increase that speed. Let's go take a look at the northeast. Let's roll this down real quick. Roll that back up. Alright, just a little bit of a visual glitch. Alright, we need to put in this column here, and we'll put in another one. That should be good for that side. Then we'll just have to worry about the rest here. Looks like we got quite a bit here to dig out. I might need to reposition these ramps just to get a better way down over here. Alright, let's go take a look in the down here real quick, see if we can get some more carpets put in. Alright, not bad. Let's go take a look at our graveyard, see what else we can assign here. Alright, let's leave this section alone. Let's go take a look at the northeast again. Okay, I think at this point we're going to call it a video. We're pretty much at the hour mark. Let's roll everything up. Okay, it's time for the recap. I want to thank you for stopping by and supporting the channel. I want to thank you for the likes and the subscribes. I appreciate it. So today we followed up on last video where we were raided. They spawned here on the north. They set off a few of our fire traps. Doesn't look like too much got burned over here. Maybe on this section. The majority made it here, died to our archers and our traps. We didn't lose anything. We didn't lose any people. We lost some weapons and some armor that kind of decayed while we were wearing it. Managed to put all the bodies away. Expanded our graveyard westward a little bit. We're still working on that. This section here should be the easiest to extend. Same with this section. This area here is going to give me a little bit of a problem. There's a lot of minerals here to mine out. Don't know how deep this goes, but it's going to be a little bit of work. We started filling in some soil here as well. Not looking too bad over there. We also managed to mess up our zones a little bit. We had to spend some time re-putting those down. I'm not sure if I'm missing anything. I might have to double check what zones I had before from a previous video. Maybe I'll take a look. We didn't get any prisoners, unfortunately, from that raid. We are still working on the northeast here. We got a good section of the tower base put in. We still need to work on the other half. It's going to be a little while before we get that filled in. This is going to be pretty easy to fill in here. It's coming along pretty nicely. Maybe next video we'll have this section done and filled in. We'll start working on the tower. This is a little bit more complicated here. Might need to reposition our slopes going down. I'm going to have to move this a little bit. We got a little bit of rocky soil to dig out here. Not sure what I'm going to do with the slopes yet, but that's planned for next video. Anyway, want to thank you again for stopping by and supporting the channel. Thanks. See you next time. Have a great one.